If you're anything like me, then you've become hopelessly addicted to Baldur's Gate 3 for the last few weeks. The game is set in the world of Dungeons & Dragons and has an amazing cast of characters. From tieflings and half-elves to sniveling goblins, there are a ton of unique and interesting NPCs in the game, so I decided that I should turn some of the playable companions into LEGO minifigures. Let's first start off with my custom character. He is a half-elf rogue that specializes in sneaking around and assassinating his enemies, so I wanted his minifigure counterpart to have a light armor to kind of reflect the armor that rogues wear in the game, so I gave him a torso from Gimli and a pair of legs from a Mordor orc. To achieve the beauty that the half-elves are known for, I gave him a Legolas face along with a long white hairpiece. He's also equipped with a short sword and crossbow that I use in-game. I really love how this one turned out, and I think the Gimli and orc torso leg combo surprisingly works really well. Next up is everyone's favorite barbarian, Karlach. This figure I made using the body, legs, and head from a Nexo figure called Lavaria. This fig was just the near perfect match for Karlach because of the magma that flows throughout the torso. It makes for a very close look to Karlach's infernal engine. If you've played the game, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The only thing I'm missing for this figure is the tail. There's actually a perfect piece from a old CMF. It's like a Devil Kid CMF, but I still need to order it. Also, there's a hairpiece from a new Moana set that works really well for Karlach, but it's a little too expensive for my taste, but I'll definitely buy it when it's more common. Moving on now to the heel bot herself, Shadowheart. I had a ton of trouble trying to find parts that match Shadowheart exactly, but I'm really happy with the torso and leg combo that I came up with. It actually uses Thorin Oakenshield's torso from The Hobbit and a pair of legs from a Gondor Aragorn figure. I couldn't believe how well these two parts work together, and it honestly looks like they came from the same figure. I was also able to find this very annoyed looking face print that I think works really well for Shadowheart. If you know, you know. The only thing I'm not happy about when it comes to this figure is the hairpiece. Her hair in game is definitely her most striking feature, so I was disappointed to find out that the two best options for her are both quite rare and expensive. So I settled on this one, which is just kind of okay. I'm not very happy with it. It's also not the exact right color, but it's decent enough. If you plan on making this figure, I'd either recommend the Slave Leia hairpiece from 2013, or this really nice high ponytail piece that's actually in production right now, but for whatever reason it's not available on Pick-a-Brick, which kinda sucks. Our last companion is the disgusting Githyanki Lae'zel. I really hate Lae'zel and would have really preferred to have Wyll or even Gale here instead, but the orc head and hairpiece is just too perfect for her to not include her in this video. In the comments of a post I made about this figure, someone asked me how I got the sword to sit on her back. This is a technique that I really like. It just uses a small Lego rubber band piece to hold the sword on the back of the fig. It's obviously not perfect because you can still see the rubber band, but I think it looks really good for what it is. Lae'zel also has the legs from a 2019 Fright Night CMF and some flat silver shoulder armor. Her torso is from the same figure as her head and hair. You could have really used any torso here, I just ended up using this one. Whatever one works for you, works for you. I really like how this figure turned out, even though I don't like Lae'zel at all. I think this figure looks really nice. So now that I've got my party of 4, I need an enemy to fight. So here I have a custom Gnoll fig and a warg alongside it, with a little pile of bones that they've been snacking on. I really love how this Gnoll turned out. It uses the 2022 olive green and brown Viking torso, along with a pair of Chewbacca legs and the Monster Hunter's werewolf head. I absolutely love how this turned out, and I'm sure if you've played the game, then you know exactly where I got the idea for this set piece from. I really wish I could have included Wyll, Gale, Astarion, and even some other companions from the game, but I just didn't have any parts that worked well enough for them at the time, and I wanted to get this video out there. If you want to see a follow-up video with them, please let me know, and if there's enough interest in it, I'll definitely make another video with them, and maybe some other enemies from the game as well. Also, if you've played the game, please let me know what class you've been running. I'd love to hear about everybody's builds. I want to thank everyone for 1,000 subscribers. I couldn't be more thankful for all the support, and as always, thank you so much for watching.